Okay. 齐小辉 is it 齐小辉？
在。
你是指甲还是美容的？
我现在改美容了。
OK， 好。
哦，
金华 Sushila Okay, we finished chapter 8, so now we're gonna go to chapter 10. I want you to open up the book to nail anatomy on page 241. For nail students, 那个吉宝 and Christina, you want to open up your book and look for the nail anatomy. Okay? 你们进去241 nail anatomy. Christina, you have nail anatomy, right? Okay. So this part, and Christina, I already spoke to the principal. Today will be your last day of the lesson. Tomorrow, you maybe you want to talk to her, okay? Because I spoke to her on the phone earlier. Okay, Christina, call Nancy and speak to her. Because today might be your last day. Just talk to her. 还有那个吉宝 is it 吉宝 Okay, anyway. So nail anatomy, the nail and appendage. You see on BE 104, there's a question here. The nail and appendage of the it's actually appendage of the skin is a hard translucent plate that protects your fingers and your toes. So our nail protect our fingers. Okay. Now the nail is composed of hard keratin. That means the nail is actually made out of a protein called keratin, which is a hard keratin. Now, our hair is soft keratin, okay? Our hair is also made up from the protein called keratin. So our hair is a soft keratin, but our nail, it's a hard keratin, okay? Our nail is a hard keratin.
Page number?
241. So this picture here shows your nail structure. The onyx is the technical term for the nail. Okay? The nail, our nail, this piece here is called the onyx. Okay? The hard or horny nail plate contains no nerves or blood vessels. That's why when you cut your nails, you don't feel any pain. It's because the nail plate does not have any blood or nerves vessels. Okay? And then the nails grow approximately 1/10 of an inch per month. Okay? 1/10 of an inch per month. Okay? So if you look at this nail here, only nail students have to remember this. Beauty students, you don't have to remember this. But nail students, you have to remember this. If this is your nail, this is your bone. Between your nail and your bone, this part here is called your nail bed. That means in between your nail and your bone, in between here, inside here, is your nail bed. Okay? Your nail blade. And your nail is made out of cuticle, proximal nail fold, this part here, proximal nail fold. This is where the fold is. Okay? And then the epinotrum. Okay, and then also the sole horn, hyponychium, and collagen fibers. Okay, so this is your nail structure. Now you turn on to the next page, 242. It talks about the nerves. Now nerves we already learned in chapter 6 more in detail. So the nerve, it's a cord-like bundle of fibers made out of neurons through which sensory stimuli and motor impulses pass between the brain or other parts of the central nervous system, CNS, the eyes, the glands, the muscles, and other parts of the body. So nerves form a network of pathway for conducting information throughout the body. There are two types of nerves, motor nerves and sensory nerves. Okay? Motor nerves is also called the efferent E. Okay? Efferent nerve. Okay? The efferent nerve convey impulses from the brain or the spinal cord to the muscles or glands. Okay, so this stimulate muscles such as the auricular pillar. Auricular pillar is where, goosebumps. All of you, when you're cold or when you're scared, your hair stands. Your hair stands because of this muscle, auricular pillar, that causes goosebumps when you're cold or frightened. Okay, and then the secretory nerve fibers are motor nerves attached to the sweat glands or oil glands. So if you look at this picture here, in this hair, see where your hair grow? This part here is called your hair follicle. So you have the sebaceous gland, which produces the oil. And then you have the pseudophorus gland. Pseudophorus gland, which produces the sweat. Okay, and then you have the auricular pillar. Where's the auricular pillar? This one. This is the auricular pillar, which is actually not this one. This is your sweat glands. It's not shown here. Auricular pillar. If you go backwards to 241, the auricular pillar is this muscle here that it pulls your hair. It pulls your hair. That's why it closes. That's why your hair is straight. Usually your hair is not straight. Usually if you look at all your hair is all slant one side. 你们的毛发如果你注意一下全部都是斜的。所以为什么当你有鸡皮疙瘩的时候你的毛发是直的，是因为这个 auricular pillar 的 muscle 把它拉，把那个毛孔关掉，所以它就会直。所以 auricular pillar 是当你冷或者你害怕的时候你被吓到，所以为什么你会有那个鸡皮疙瘩，就是因为这个 muscle auricular pillar. So auricular pillar cause you to have goosebumps. So a secretory nerve will be for your sweat and your oil gland. The oil gland is called sebaceous gland, and the sweat gland is called the pseudophorus gland. Okay, so they are the ones that regulate the sweat and controls the sebum. Sebum is the oil. Okay, output to the surface of the skin. Now the next one is the sensory or efferent. This is efferent. This is afferent. Okay, the difference is E and A. This is a nerve fiber that sends message to the CNS, the central nervous system, and the brain to react to cold, heat, pain, pressure, and touch. Now, I'm going to show you a video of your nerve system so you can have a better understanding. I'm going to show you a short one. Oh, why so much ad?
Today, we will talk about an organ that rules all of our body, and that is our brain. As it is the most sensitive organ, our brain is kept inside a bony covering called skull. From doing physical activity to solving logical problems, from dealing with emotions and feeling to creativity, the brain is responsible for all. Therefore, it never sleeps. Our brain can be divided into three main parts: the cerebrum, the cerebellum, and brainstem. Cerebrum is the largest part of brain, which can be further divided into right and left halves, called hemisphere. Each cerebral hemisphere has four lobes, namely frontal lobe, parietal lobe, occipital lobe, and temporal lobe. Each lobe performs different functions. Cerebellum is responsible for movement and coordination. It gives you sense of balance and thus prevents you from falling down. Brainstem includes midbrain, pons, and medulla oblongata. It controls your body's involuntary actions, like breathing, heart rate, and blood pressure. Brain comes under a system called nervous system. Structurally, nervous system is classified into two types: central nervous system, CNS, and peripheral nervous system, PNS. The central nervous system comprises of the brain and spinal cord. The spinal cord is the bridge that connects the brain to peripheral nervous system. It starts from medulla oblongata and stretches to lumbar region of the spine or vertebral column. The peripheral nervous system is a network of nerves spread across our body. Think of peripheral nervous system as a network of highway that connects the body with central nervous system. This highway has two-way traffic. Let's see how. When you hold a hot cup of coffee, sensory neurons in your hand transmit signal to brain through sensory neurons, also called afferent neurons, that the cup is hot. Your brain processes that information and send response through motor neurons, known as efferent neurons, that you must put that cup back. PNS consists of total 43 pairs of nerve, among which 12 originate in brain, named as cranial nerves, and 31 originate from spinal cord, hence called as spinal nerves. Here, you hear the word neuron. Neuron is the basic unit of nervous system. It is the nerve cell which transmit electrical signals to brain. A neuron has three parts: dendrites, soma or cell body, and axon. Dendrites serve as input device for neuron because it receives input from other nerve cells. Soma or cell body of neuron contains nucleus. Axons serve as output device from where it transmits electrical response to other neurons. I hope this helps you in understanding nervous system.
Okay, so now you have a better understanding of your nervous system. Keith, lower down the volume, please. Let me just show you another video. Give me a second.
Life in general is happening in front of you right now.
Okay, so this is just an explanation of how your neurons, your nerve works. It is caused by electrical current impulses. Okay, so nerves, they are a network of fibers that work on electrical nerve impulses. Okay, I don't want you to show you more because that one is in more detail and this guy speaks too fast. Some of you might not be able to catch it. So that's your nervous system. Now, the next one we talk about is your glands. Your glands, you have the most basic gland we know on our face or even on our hands. We have the sweat glands and the oil gland. The oil gland, please remember this word. 你们要记住这个字 sebaceous gland. Sebaceous gland is your oil gland. Sebaceous gland are connected to the hair follicle and produce oil which protects the surface of your skin. Okay? So if you look at this picture here, this is your skin. This is your hair follicle. This follicle means this hole. This hole here is where your hair grows. So this is called the hair follicle. And this one here is your oil gland, or it is called the sebaceous gland. So this one produces oil, and that's why you have oily hair if it produces too much oil. Okay? 所以为什么你有时候头发会油，是因为这个油囊是接在我们的那个毛孔，有毛生长的地方，毛孔隔壁。Okay? So, and then the glandular sacs open into, so this is called the glandular, this is a gland. Okay? This is called a gland. That's why it's called a glandular sac. Sac means it's like this. Okay, it's like, what is a sac? It's like a pocket. Okay, filled with things. That's a sac. Okay, so glandular sacs open into the follicle through ducts. You can see here, it goes through like a pipe. A duct is like a pipe. It goes through the duct. The duct is like a pipe. So if the duct becomes clogged, the comedones form blackhead. So if your duct 那个管那个油管阻塞的话，你就会有黑头。黑头叫做 comedone， 请你们记住 ，OK？ comedone 就是黑头跟白头。So the word comedone represent blackhead and whitehead. Okay, so comedone. So next time when you see the word comedone, you know it's blackhead or whitehead. Okay, so the oily secretions lubricate both the skin and the hair. Now, sebaceous glands are larger on the face and scalp than on the rest of the body. That's why we have oily face, we have oily hair, is because on the face and the scalp, the glands are larger. That means this one here on the face and on your scalp is bigger, but on your hand, it's smaller. That's why our hands are not oily. Okay, so the sebaceous gland, this one is bigger on your face and your scalp than the rest of the body. Okay, now the next one you want to know this word is the sudoriferous gland. The sudoriferous gland is actually your sweat gland. When you exercise, you have sweat, you perspire. So that's your sudoriferous gland, which helps to regulate your body temperature and eliminate waste by excreting sweat. Why do you sweat? Because sweat can help you to cool down your body. At the same time, when you sweat, the sweat eliminate waste from your body. Okay, so they have a coil-based and duct opening to the surface known as pores. Liquid and salts are eliminated daily through the pores. The excretion of the sweat is controlled by the nervous system. Normally 1 to 2 pints or 0.5 to 1 liter of liquid containing salt are eliminated daily through sweat pores in the skin. There are 2 kinds of sweat glands, the apocrine and eccrine. Okay, sweat glands has 2 types. One is called the apocrine and one is called the eccrine. Why? You can see here, I have 1 sweat glands and 2 sweat glands. Your sweat glands looks like a coil of wire. Okay, there's 2 sweat glands. One is connected to your hair follicle. The other sweat glands has its own sweat pores. That's why one is, okay, 我们那个汗哈有2个，一个是在你的毛孔隔壁，另外一个是它本身就有洞。OK， 我们叫汗洞是吗？流汗pores。sweat pores 怎么翻译？汗毛孔，没有毛的，就只是流汗而已。所以我们有2个汗毛孔，一个是跟毛发连接在一起，另外一个是那个汗毛孔本身没毛的。OK， 所以它叫做apocrine gland 跟 eccrine gland。eccrine gland 是跟那个毛发一起，这个 eccrine gland 是没有毛的，就本身就是汗孔而已。Okay, now, so there's 2 sudoriferous glands. One is called the apocrine gland. The apocrine gland, okay, is attached to the hair follicle and it's under the arm and the genital area. Okay, genital area is here. 下体 ，OK， genital area 就是下体 ，OK， under the arm 就是腋体 ，OK， so the apocrine gland is only found under the arm and in the genital area. The secretion are released through the oil glands. These are more active during emotional changes. Odors associated with these glands are due to the interaction of the secretion and the bacteria on the surface of the skin. Okay, so that's why, some people, 狐臭, underarm stinks. Okay, it's because of the sweat and the oil come out from the hair gland. The bacteria grows. That's why you have smell. Okay, so apocrine glands, it's only found here and here. Okay, apocrine glands are not true sweat glands because their opening is connected to the oil gland instead of the pore directly on the skin surface. Now, the eccrine gland, it's found all over the body, primarily on the forehead, the palm, and your soles. Okay, soles here, 脚板底. Okay, that's your sole. Okay, so this eccrine gland, 这个汗毛孔全身都有。Okay, 这个只有在这里 underarm 和这里下体。Okay, so this one with the sweat glands, it's only found underarm and here. This one, the sweat glands, no hair, 没有毛的。Okay, it's called the eccrine gland. It's all over your body, especially your forehead here. That's why when you're hot, right? When you're hot, you sweat a lot here, right? 尤其是你很热的时候，你这边流汗流得很厉害，因为这边特别多这个汗毛孔。Because here on your forehead, especially on your forehead, your palm, 手掌 and your soles, 脚板底 your feet, under your feet. That's why you sweat a lot. It's because they have more sweat glands here on your palm and under your feet. Okay, they have a duct and pore. So a duct is this. This is a duct. This is the gland. This is your sweat gland. This one, like a pipe, is called your duct, D-U-C-T. And this is the hole, the opening, is called your sweat glands. Okay, 这就是那个毛孔，汗毛孔，这个叫 duct， 这个叫 gland. Okay, so these glands are not connected to hair. Okay, 没有毛发的。Eccrine glands are more active when the body is subjected to physical activity and high temperature, especially when you're exercising or when it's hot outside. Eccrine sweat does not typically produce an offensive smell. Okay, because why? There's no hair, there's no oil. It's strictly only sweat. That's why there's no smell. There's no bacteria. But when you have oil mixed with sweat, bacteria grows. That's why you have smell. That's why the smell is usually here and here, but not on your body or on your forehead. Okay, so 为什么我们流汗的时候其实平时是没有味道不臭的，可是只有这边下面和这边下面我们流汗的时候会臭，是因为有油囊，油跟汗加在一起的时候细菌会感染到，然后就会有那个什么狐臭啊，或者液体下面臭。Okay, so that's pseudophorus gland. So you have two common. Okay, remember apocrine is attached to the hair follicle. So this is your hair follicle. This hole here, 这个洞叫做 hair follicle. 这个洞毛生长的叫 hair follicle. Okay, hair follicle. So the hole, the tunnel where your hair grows is called the hair follicle. And the eccrine gland is without hair. It has its own sweat pores. Any questions? 明白吗？ Okay? Okay? Thank you. Now, our skin health and aging of the skin is influenced by different factors like heredity. Heredity means you get it from your parents. It's in your genes. Sun exposure, environment, health habits, that means your eating habits, and your general lifestyle. That means whether you smoke, you drink, you sleep well, you rest enough. That's your general lifestyle. You exercise, all this. Okay. So our immune system is a complex defense mechanism that protects the body from foreign substances. The immune system is activated when antigens are foreign invaders are identified. Antigens will be like germs. Okay. Bacteria, virus, fungus, they are called antigens. Okay. 这个 antigen 的代表就是细菌啊、病毒啊、不好的东西都叫 antigens. They're foreign invaders. Okay. 这 immune system 其实我们的免疫系统。Antibodies. Okay. 抗生我们身体有抗生素。Okay. 这就是这个 antibodies are molecules. Okay. That form to fight and neutralize bacteria, virus, and antigens. So Langerhans cells, T cells, and leukocyte cells are part of your immune system. Okay, so a primary part of your system are the Langerhans cells, which they are like soldiers. Okay, they guide our body. That's why they're called the guide cells. They protect our body against foreign invaders, against all the bacteria and germs. So this Langerhans cells, they are like soldiers, so if they see foreign invaders such as bacteria attacks our body, the Langerhans cells will process this bacteria for removal through our lymph system. Okay, so the immune system also produces T cells. T cells identify molecules that have foreign peptides and also help regulate immune response. Now, peptide is actually, let me show you what is peptide. 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 Wait. Peptide is something. Okay, peptide. Peptide are a string of amino acids that are found in your skin that is a block of proteins. Okay, that's found in your skin. Okay, so peptides are needed by your skin. Okay, for collagen, because collagen is made out of polypeptides. Okay, so peptide forms collagen. Okay, so peptides is a chain of amino acids. Okay, amino acid 中文怎么讲呢？ Amino acids, AMINO acids. Amino acids.
氨基酸
Okay, so peptide is made out of amino acid. Okay, peptides 是叫肽. Okay, so in here, the immune system that produces T cells identify the molecule that has foreign peptide. That means this one does not belong to the body. That's why it's called foreign peptides. Okay, and also help regulate immune response. Okay, another part of the immune system is your leukocytes. Leukocytes is actually your white blood cells, okay, that has the enzyme to digest and kill bacteria and parasites. This white blood cells responds to allergies, right? So the immune system are enzymes, okay, and other cells that protect the body from foreign substances, bacteria, and infection. So infection and allergy reactions speed up cell growth and migration rate for faster healing. The skin's capacity to heal, fight infection, and protect itself, so you need these three cells: Langerhans cells, T cells, and leukocyte cells. These three cells are considered guide cells. They're like soldiers in our body to protect this one protects our body, right, against allergy. This one protects our skin, and this one too, okay, protects our body system. It flushes away all the bacteria or antigens through your lymphatic system. So there's three kinds of cells, okay, for our immune system. Okay, now I want you to look at this part here on sun damage, which is on page 245. Earlier on, we learned that there's UVA, UVB, and UVC, but we won't talk about UVC because the ozone layer protects us from UVC. So we talk about UVA and UVB. Now, the sun and its UV, ultraviolet electromagnetic radiation, have the greatest impact on how our skin ages. So according to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, UV radiation is proven carcinogen. The word carcinogen means cancer. Please remember this word. Carcinogen means cancer. It can cause cancer. That's carcinogen. Okay. So UV exposure alters your DNA, which is found in your cells, and can cause skin cancer. Okay. So about 80% to 85% of our aging is caused by sun exposure, which is the UVA. Okay, the UVA. Now, as we age, the collagen and elastin fibers of our skin weakens. Okay, so this weakening happens at a much faster rate when your skin is frequently exposed to UV radiation. Now, we already said that there's two UV rays. One is UVA and one is UVB. UVA goes deeper into your skin all the way down to your skin has three layers. Your skin has the epidermis, dermis, and the subcutaneous layer, or another name for it is called hypodermis. Okay, this is another name. So three layers of skin. The UVA goes deep into your dermis. Now, the dermis is where your collagen and elastins are. Okay, 70% of your epidermis is collagen. So because of UVA, it destroys the collagen. It damaged the cell damage. Okay, UVA damaged the cell. So causes photoaging, which means you will get things like wrinkles, sagging, collagen and elastin breakdown, and also skin cancer. Okay, and then you can see here, that's why UVA is known as the aging rays, which contribute to 95% of the sun's UV radiation reaching the Earth's surface. So the longer wavelengths of UVA, it penetrates deep into your skin and can cause genetic damage and cell death. So UVA weakens the skin collagen and elastin fibers, causing wrinkles and sagging in the tissues. So UVA can also penetrate glass and clouds. So especially, when you're in a car, okay, when you drive, okay, you will realize that the sun that goes through the glass of your car, when it hits you, it's hotter than when you sit outside and have direct sunlight. Do you know that? It's because the glass ray through the ray through the glass is 10 times hotter. Okay? 那个如果你坐在车里面不是有玻璃吗？那个太阳如果通过那个玻璃照到你的话，它是10倍 OK 10倍的热度。所以为什么你坐在车上会特别热，就是因为那个玻璃 OK 所以站在外面你没有这么热，里面那个车是因为那个玻璃把那个太阳能放大了10倍。So UVA is present all year and more prevalent than UVB. Now, UVB is known as the burning, so B for burning ray, causes burning of the skin, okay, as well as tanning, aging, and cancer. Then UVB is responsible. That's why people get sunburn. It's because of UVB. Okay, also UVB can cause hyperpigmentation. Because why? You see, when the sun hits our body, this one melanoma, 黑色素, okay, melanoma is actually designed to protect our skin from the sun's UV radiation, but melanoma can be altered or destroyed because of frequent doses of UV are allowed to penetrate skin because you stand under the sun for too long, so it damages your melanoma. Okay. So that's why it's important for you to put on sunscreen. Okay, so if you don't protect your skin, it will cause your cells to become damaged, and you have cell death, tissue breakdown, and aging. Okay, so now the next one you want to know is called the free radical. Free radical. Okay, the best sunscreen that you can buy to protect yourself is broad spectrum or full spectrum. Okay, you want to buy sunscreen that is called full spectrum because full spectrum sunscreen protects you from UVA and UVB. Now, SPF only protects you from sunburn. So don't look at SPF, please. Look for full spectrum sunscreen or broad spectrum sunscreen. Okay, full spectrum or broad spectrum, because full spectrum or broad spectrum protects you from UVA and UVB. Okay, SPF only protects you from UVB. Okay, because SPF represents sun protection factor. Okay, so you can see here, a broad spectrum sunscreen protects against both UVA and UVB radiation. So if you want to buy a sunscreen, please buy broad spectrum or full spectrum. Okay. Next one. Free radical. What is free radical? Free radical in Chinese is called 自由基是吗？ Free radical. Yeah, 自由基. Okay, so now free radical is actually a cell that is being attacked and it loses an electron. You see, our cell has positive and negative charge. So let's say if there's 4 pairs of, this is an atom, okay? There's 4 pairs. Now you have to understand, a group of atom makes a molecule. Our body, we have molecule, okay? So if the atom loses one electron, probably like a negative charge or a positive charge, it becomes unbalanced. When it is unbalanced, it becomes a free radical. This free radical can cause you to become sick. Okay? It affects your body. Okay, so free radicals are reactive oxidants. Okay? Derived from reaction with the oxygen molecule. Okay? That search the body for other electrons. And they steal, see, free radicals steal electrons from stable atoms, causing them to become free radicals. You see, they're like thieves. Okay, free radicals are like robbers. They rob electrons. Okay, 自由基就是好像小偷，他们从你的那个我们原子，因为你要知道，我们身体里面是有分子 ，OK， 我们身体里面是有分子，那分子是从原子造成的 ，OK。For example, 水 water is H2O. What is H2O? H2O is water, right? Means 2 hydrogen atom plus 1 oxygen equals to water molecule. Okay, so let me give you an example. So we know like H2O. So this means what? 1, 2 hydrogen. This is atom, right? 1, 2 hydrogen plus 1 oxygen. Okay, this is oxygen. O is oxygen, right? So this thing, whole thing, so there's 3 atoms here. 1, 2, 3. So this whole thing is a molecule. Okay, so H2O is a molecule. Okay, so H2O is a water molecule. H itself is an atom. So 2 H atom plus 1 O atom gives you H2O. Understand? Okay? 你们明白吗？梁英明白吗？梁英？有没有人不明白？有没有人不明白？没有哈？ Okay. So 自由基 free radical, they steal. Okay, because this one, every one of them is plus minus plus minus plus minus. Oh, atom. Okay, atom. Okay, it has plus and minus, plus and minus, plus and minus. Okay, and then plus and minus. Okay, this all are called electron. Okay, so this is a negative electron, this is a positive electron. Okay, electrons. Okay, so these are called electrons in an atom. So the free radical steals, 偷掉, steals one. So it becomes what? Unbalanced. It becomes unstable. So this becomes a bad cell, right? The molecule becomes bad. Okay, so when it becomes bad, it attacks our body. That's how our body becomes sick because of free radical. Okay, so free radicals are super oxidizers, not only because they cause an oxidation reaction, but also they produce new free radical. Okay, now how they steal it? They steal the electrons, okay, such as protein, lipids, or DNA, and this destabilizes and oxidizes and the healthy molecule, okay, and So they change a good molecule to a bad one because they steal the electron. And so it's like destroying your cells. Okay? But this can only happen when there is oxygen. Okay? Now, normal oxidation deactivates the oxidizer and stops the oxidation from continuing, but the oxidation caused by free radical continues a chain of reaction. Okay, what it means, if there is no oxygen, it will stop. But if the free radical will not stop, it will keep stealing and stealing and stealing and stealing. Okay, so that's why we take antioxidant. Okay, that's why we eat antioxidants. We eat food that has antioxidant, like what? Vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin A. They are all antioxidants. Antioxidants.
抗氧化剂。
不是叫抗生素吗？对不对？叫抗生素，对不对？好 ，Chelsea antioxidant 是叫抗生素，不是啊？ Okay, so antioxidants would be like vitamin A, vitamin B, vitamin C. So especially not B, I'm sorry, vitamin A, vitamin C, and vitamin E. These are antioxidants. Vitamin A, C, E 是抗what?
抗氧化剂。
抗氧化剂. So they protect our body from free radicals. They, especially vitamin C, and they destroy the free radicals. 所以为什么我们吃维他命 C 是因为它可以把这个自由基给杀掉。Okay. Now, free radicals can also be caused, okay, by UV. Okay, exposure to UV, unhealthy food, chemicals, smoke, trauma from medical treatments. Free radicals are generated when the skin is exposed to sunlight that damage your skin cells. So when sunlight contacts the skin, it reacts with oxygen, and so that's why it creates free radical. So this free radical attacks your cell membranes. So UV light can also kill cells by damaging the DNA. Okay, remember our cells inside has DNA. Okay, so we want to protect ourselves. That's why please put on sunscreen. Okay, now the melanin pigment produced by tanning darkens the skin and absorbs UV radiation to help keep the cells from being damaged. But then, so your skin cell has also built-in antioxidants to protect against sun damage, but their ability to protect your cells deteriorates. That means becomes worse when sun exposure. That means you stand outside in the sun for too long. Okay, it can destroy the cell that protects your body from UV radiation. Okay, so inflammation also causes free radical damage and leads to aging, skin pigmentation, and disease. So red and inflamed skin is another indication of free radical damage. Okay. Any questions on free radical? 有没有人有问题？自由基。No? Yes? No? Maybe so? Okay. Give me a second. No questions on the nail? Okay. I want you to go to page 240, which is the hair anatomy. Now, the hair anatomy. Hair is an appendage of the skin and its slender thread-like outgrowth of the skin and scalp. Okay, so you can find hair on your skin and on your scalp. 皮肤跟 scalp 就是你的头部那边叫 scalp. Okay, 头发那边。Shows the structure of the hair follicle. There is no sense of feeling in the hair due to the absence of nerve. That's why your hair has no nerve. Okay, 你的毛发没有神经线，所以不痛的。Okay, the only part that has the nerve is at the bottom here with the blood vessel. 你唯一感觉到痛是当你头发被扒出来，因为神经线是在下面，可是他的身体是没有神经线。You see, the hair, the body has no nerve. The only time you feel pain is when your hair gets pulled out, because here is where the nerve is. It's at the bottom. Okay? So this is telling you there is no feeling in the hair due to the absence of nerve. So there's no nerve on the hair. Okay? Now, much of the hair on the body is invisible to the naked eye. Okay, you see on a body, right? Hair, right? But you cannot see. You have to come closer, then you can see the hair, right? Because the hair on our body is so small. Okay, so that's why much of the hair on the body is invisible to the naked eye. The heavier concentration of hair is on the head, under the arm, and around the genitals, and on the legs and arms. Okay, so due to hormonal influence, there are different male-female hair growth patterns. Men hair are coarser and thicker. If you realize, okay, 男人的毛发比女人的还要粗。Okay, and then genetics influence the distribution of each person's hair. Is thickness, quality, color, rate of growth. That means that your DNA, your genes, okay, determine what color is your hair, how thick is your hair, okay, how fast it grows, okay, and then whether your quality of hair is, whether is it thin or fine or medium, okay, so whether the hair is curly or straight, okay. So hair on the scalp grows an average of 0.35 millimeters per day. Okay, that means your hair on your head. Okay, the hair on your head grows 0.35 mm per day. Now, page 241. The hair contains 90% hot keratin. It has a lower moisture. So this entire part of your hair, 90%, okay, is hot keratin, and then the other 10% is soft keratin. So, your hair outside, okay, the outer layer of your hair, okay, this is your hair, okay, the hair has different sections. Outside, 90%, okay, 90% of your hair is hot keratin. Only the inside, okay? The inside 10% is soft keratin because it's the fat content. Okay, it has lower moisture and fat content than soft keratin. So keratin forms continuous sheets like the fingernails, okay, or long endless hair. Your hair is considered a fiber. So hot keratin does not normally break off or flake off. It remains a continuous structure. So hair also contains melanin, which determines the hair color. So inside here, it contains also melanin, 黑色素。OK， 记住这个字 ，melanin 是黑色素。你们到现在一定要记这个字，考试会出来的。Melanin 是黑色素。Please remember this. Melanin is the pigment that determines your skin color and hair color. So melanin can be found on your skin and also found on your hair. That's why people have what? Blonde hair, black hair, brown hair, what else? Red hair. Okay? The different color of your hair is because of the melanin found in your hair. Okay? Now, keratin. Remember, keratin is a protein. Okay? Keratin is a protein. It's made out from protein. Okay? Keratin is made out from protein. Okay? Okay, keratin 本身是蛋白。Okay? Keratin 本身是蛋白。那我们的毛发本身90% 是硬蛋白，只有它的中心是软的。Okay? So, 可是我们的指甲，我们指甲是100%硬蛋白 but our nails is 100% hard keratin. Okay? Hard keratin. Hard keratin for nails. Now, the hair follicle structure is partially the cause of some skin disorders such as ingrown hair. Ingrown hair with bacterial infection is called folliculitis. Okay? Let me show you what is folliculitis. Folliculitis. Okay, folliculitis is usually on the beard, men. Where is the folliculitis? Or under your arm. Okay, under your arm. You can see under your arm because the hair grow inside. 那个头发生在皮的底下，然后细菌感染，然后发炎，叫做 folliculitis. Okay? So ingrown hair. Okay? Hair that grows inside your skin and becomes infected is called folliculitis with bacteria. Why can't I find a good picture of a folliculitis? Usually it's found underneath your arm or on your beard, the man with beard. Okay, so folliculitis on your, it's mostly men who shave. 男人剃那个胡子的时候，他们都会有这个 folliculitis. Hey, internet, so slow. Okay, you can see the hair is stuck inside the skin, and then it has bacteria with yellow things. Okay, so these are called folliculitis. Okay, 那个毛生长在那毛孔里面，然后被那个皮包住了，然后又发炎。Okay, so this is folliculitis. Okay, this question might come out in the exam. Okay, so if you look at this picture, this is your skin. Your skin has 3 layers, the epidermis, dermis, and the subcutaneous layer. Now, your hair follicle grows from your dermis, which is the second layer of your skin, okay? First layer, second layer, third layer. So your hair follicle, this thing is your hair follicle. 这个洞, okay, this tunnel, 这个洞 that holds your hair, 叫做 hair follicle. Okay, hair follicle. The hair follicle is the tunnel. Okay, the hole where your hair grows. Okay, it's your hair follicle. So this part is from your dermis all the way to your epidermis and out onto your skin. So, and then in hair follicle, remember we have the sebaceous gland, which is the oil gland. And we also have the oil gland. This picture didn't show it, but the oil gland, which is also attached to it. Okay. And then, of course, we have the areola, which causes the goosebumps. Okay. Now, the parts of your hair. This is the blood supply that supplies your blood. You see this part here? This part here is called the bulb of your hair. B-U-L-B. Bulb. This part here. It's called the bulb. Okay? Your hair bulb. This is your hair bulb. This part here. Okay? This part here is your hair bulb. See here? Hair bulb. This part, this whole piece here is your hair bulb. But this part here is called the papillae. Okay? This whole piece is a bulb because it looks like a light bulb, right? 这个叫做因为它很像灯管，那个灯有那个这个灯很像那个灯嘛 bulb 这是叫 bulb 所以它很像所以它叫做 bulb hair bulb okay so this is your hair bulb and your hair has many layers outer layer middle layer and inner layer so that's why your hair is divided into parts. The one is called the hair shaft and one is called the internal root shaft. Okay? The internal root shaft means close to the root. This is your root of your hair. So this is your internal root shaft inside. Okay? That is close to the root. Okay? And then the hair shaft is this part. Outside the skin is your hair shaft. 在你的皮肤外面的毛发叫做 hair shaft. 在你皮肤下面的毛发叫做 internal root shaft. Okay? 皮肤下面的毛发叫做 internal root shaft. 头发在皮肤外面叫做 hair shaft. So, if the hair you see outside the skin is called the hair shaft, the hair that is underneath the skin is your internal root shaft. Okay? Good. Okay. Any questions? 还有没有问题? I will stop here today. I will continue tomorrow. 今天我就会停在这里. Okay, Christina, please call Nancy.
I called already.
Okay, good.
This is my last day.
Good. Okay, so good luck to you, okay?
Thank you for everything. Bye-bye.
Okay, bye-bye. And then, Jibao. Where is Jibao? Jibao, you also have to call Nancy, okay? Nail students, call Nancy. Today is your last day. Tomorrow, it's all Cosmo students and skincare students only. Okay, so I'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, teacher.